Stanley, you want to take your turn?
Stanley Stahl, Olympia resident. I was here on September 24th, and I offered 3 people to do public comment with the assist of a visual aid, similar to what the port does on a regular basis, visual aids to assist. That was denied. President Telford wanted to pre-screen that. I wasn't here for the second meeting on October 8th. It was offered again, and the requirement was to pre-screen it. I haven't heard anybody getting up to public comment that was asked to pre-screen what they were going to say, so I don't understand the logic. We've since taken the 3 narrative roles, the script, that were going to be used by the 3 people, and put them onto that tape. And I'll offer it one more time. I think this is the right venue for that tape to be played. It can be slipped in that machine over there. It's a DVD, and it won't interfere with any of your presentations. And it has the 3 people on there. It's now down to 7.5 minutes. We've skinnied it down. So 3 people are on here that would like to say something about Maytown and the industrial expansion that the port is up to, if you so desire to have it. If not, it's going on public broadcast anyway, but I think this is the right venue. This is where it should be played first.
Well, we've had this. Are you suggesting that right now we're going to run that tape?
Well, you're taking public comment, and there's 3 people on here that...
And the rules were clear. You get 3 minutes on a public comment. Now,
Well,
I don't know why I don't know. We've tried to facilitate what you want to do. We got the meeting. You were not here. It was Friday afternoon. Before the meeting, I got the request. I answered within 15 minutes. Never got the courtesy of a response until your colleagues marched in here and make big statements about being censored and all that sort of thing. We came up with some rules. If the commissioners want to change those rules, they can do that. But this is another bushwhack, okay? I'm sorry to say that, but we also said you want to clear that in advance. I haven't heard a word, not a word, until you stood up. I'm not sure whether you really want to show this or you're just playing games here. So if you really want to show it, give me the thing, and we'll schedule it on the next meeting, if you want to do that.
It's going to be handed in for broadcast.
Well, fine, do it.
And then it'll be shown anyway.
Well, fine.
But I thought that this would be a good venue for it, since this is where...
And you're probably right, and you don't have to do much to facilitate this.
Well, the pre-screening is a problem.
Well,
Pre-screening, you don't ask anybody else who gets up for public comment to tell you what they're going to say before they get up. And that's what you've asked.
any comments?
Well, certainly not going to. I think you've done a good job of staying on top of this, but the individuals who go on the tape aren't even here. And so, I'm not in a position to start, anybody that wants to bring in tapes to play, anybody that can't be here, I'm not sure I'm ready to go down that path either, so.
Okay, let me refer.
I agree.
Let me refer to the sign-in sheet. I think the buzzer went off, I believe, and see who maybe I missed on Mr. Kurt. That's it I have on the sign-up sheets. Yes.
Thank you. Walt Jorgensen, a resident of Olympia. I noticed from the last couple of meetings, one of which I was at, that the immediate comments in response to the request to show the video and have it narrated seemed to walk all around the real question. Things like timing. The time was pretty obvious. It was 3 people, 3 minutes each. The technical complexity of setting up to show the material, I assume by now, after a month, that you've had a chance to check with staff and find out how easy that is. And now tonight, Commissioner Van Scherl, you mentioned whether the people are here or not. Well, the original people may not be here, but you know, I got a feeling if you offered to show that video tonight, there'd be 3 people here that'd stand up and be happy to narrate to it. So I don't think that's an issue either. Bushwhacked. Bushwhacked. It seems to me bushwhacked is a term that means somebody hiding in the bushes or something, and they assault someone, usually in a Western with a carbine or something, but it's a surprise attack. Well, how do you get bushwhacked 3 times in a row? This is the 3rd meeting now where you've been bushwhacked with this request. And you keep reciting like we haven't been listening about what the rules are. We know what your rules are. We knew what your rules are when you attempted to override state SEPA law and rewrite that. But now you've graduated to the U.S. constitutional law. And so your rules say we can't do this. And that apparently has no bearing for you on the First Amendment or the freedom of speech. I guess the overall impression I'm left with today or lately is thinking back to the recent League of Women Voters Candidates Forum, is the port's increasing propensity to redefine many basic concepts like public access, environmental stewardship, success in litigation, and now freedom of speech. Again, Commissioner McGregor, your allusion to opening a Pandora's box of what's on this tape. And Commissioner Van Scherl, concerned about a slippery slope. What do you expect to find at the bottom of that slope? Democracy? And frankly, even the more insidious comment, the purpose of public comment is for somebody to stand up at the microphone and make some comments on items. Well, I'm sure we would like to relegate us to that. But we too can use these facilities that go a long way to augmenting the comments that we want to make. And finally, in fact, Ms. Francesca's attempt tonight to reference something would have been much easier to document and corroborate if she could have shown video. But of course, we didn't see that.
And make big statements about being censored and all that sort of thing. We came up with some rules. If the commissioners want to change those rules, they can do that. But this is...
Mama makoe sheshe shamakiet si samaitenes